Matt, the Mortgage Guy here, Mortgage Mondays, episode 66. I'm answering a common question I get when people call me about a refinance scenario. How much does this cost me? And first off, I'll answer the question a lot of them ask, how much does this cost me out of pocket? Because as some people may or may not know, the cost of a refinance that comes from processing, underwriting, title fees, that's all rolled into the new loan. It's not a cost you pay out of pocket. The only cost you're going to pay out of pocket at the time of a refinance is the cost of the appraisal. Most companies are going to charge you somewhere in the neighborhood of $500. Some a little more, some a little less. Around $500 you should expect to spend on the appraisal out of pocket. Now the rest of the costs associated with the refinance are going to be rolled into the new loan. And it's pretty simple. Most mortgage companies are going to charge you processing and underwriting, those totaling in the neighborhood of $1,500. And also what you're going to pay for is title fees, which are escrow fees along with the lender's title insurance. Those are going to total about $1,000. So if you take the lender fees, the title fees, and the cost of the appraisal, you can guesstimate it's about a $3,000 cost to refinance. That makes the conversation about whether or not it's worthwhile pretty easy and pretty much a math equation. If you're looking at a $400,000 loan where you're going to lower the interest rate by 0.5 percentage point, that's going to save you $2,000 a year in interest. If it cost you $3,000 to save $2,000 a year and you expect to stay in the home for any length of time, the refinance makes sense. In 5 years you'll have saved $10,000 in interest and the thing cost you $3,000. So whenever I'm talking refinance and people are wondering, I don't know if it's worth it, I'm going to be paying this to do the loan and I'm going to reset my term to 30 years. Questions like that, it becomes a math equation of cost versus benefit. There's many other factors that come into play. Like I said about the term, some people after paying a loan for 6 years don't want to go back to a 30-year loan. So they look at 20-year options, 15-year options. And a lot of times those shorter terms with lower interest rate, you can actually lower your payment and shorten the term. So something to consider, but I just want to go over it because I get the question asked quite a bit. How much does it cost to refinance? That's the basics of it. And when you do the refinance, you're going to notice the setup of your escrow account being included in there. Those are quote-unquote prepaids. And not to get into too much detail, but just like you did when you purchased the home, you set up escrow accounts to pay your taxes and your insurance. And so these things need to be prepaid. And what happens when you get a new loan, you pay off your old loan, which has your current escrow account, which pays your taxes and insurance. You get a refund check from the old company within 30 days of those escrows in that account. But when you set up your new loan, you're going to have to prepay into those accounts to get that started. So you'll also notice that being rolled into the loan. If you're somebody who's sensitive about not wanting your principal to increase, you simply take the refund from the old mortgage company you get within 30 days, apply it to principal in the new loan, and you'll pay that back down. Any questions at all, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to go over loan scenarios. A lot of times folks don't know whether or not it's worthwhile to refinance. They give me a call, we get on the phone, we talk through it, and through the conversation they kind of make the decision, well, you know what, you're right, Matt, that is a pretty small benefit, $68 a month, and who knows if I'm going to be here for another 8 or 9 years, wherever the break-even point is for that small of a benefit. Or they get on the phone and they go, wow, I didn't realize that I could lower my payment by $123 and go from 24 years left on this loan to a 20-year loan. So let's do it. When can we get started? Just feel free to reach out, give me a call, give you some honest answers, and if it doesn't make sense, I'll tell you that. If it does make sense, I'll give you a list of docs to get to me and get started. Matt the Mortgage Guy, Mortgage Mondays. Talk to you soon.
Call Matt, the Mortgage Guy. When you're ready to apply, call Matt the Mortgage Guy or visit mattthemortgageguy.com. Visit mattthemortgageguy.com.